Tonight in 7 News, arson arrests in the bushfire zone. Our cameras are there for the chase. We're live to the scene as more Queenslanders are told to seek shelter from flames. Stradbroke Island fire alert ahead of more scorching weather this weekend. And the $6 million mega warehouse sales this weekend to cool or furnish your home.
Live from our Brisbane headquarters, this is 7 News with Sharon Gadella and Max Futcher.
Good evening. In news that will spark outrage, 2 men have been charged with arson during Queensland's worst fire event. Max, you were there when one of them was arrested.
Yeah, we were, Sharon, and this will be met with disbelief across this region, even as more people are on alert to flee their homes. 2 men have been arrested, accused of deliberately lighting fires near Rockhampton. Locals spotted one of the men acting suspiciously and helped police make an arrest.
A manhunt for an arsonist accused of lighting this fire at Bouldercombe, while hundreds of firefighters put their lives on the line to fight the flames.
I'm always concerned that people would risk the lives of others.
The alleged culprit is captured and taken to Rockhampton Hospital. He suffered burns to his hands.
This is a 14-year imprisonment offence.
The 27-year-old is the second man this week to be arrested for allegedly starting a fire in the region.
In this environment where police and the public and the community are working together, the chances of you being caught are very, very, very high.
Firebugs are the last thing exhausted firefighters should be dealing with.
Right, let's go, get out of there!
After long days battling monster blazes on the front line.
Holy walking into the thick of it.
There's no relief in sight.
We are seeing fires igniting constantly.
More than 100 fires are burning statewide. Around 70 of those are in central Queensland. Extreme weather conditions are expected to last for at least another 4 days.
It is deeply distressing.
At Miriam Vale, the Premier spoke with dozens of emotional residents forced to flee their homes and pledged $125,000 to kickstart the Queensland bushfire appeal.
We've got a long way to go. Please, please help Queensland families that are really doing it tough at the moment.
Amongst the many frustrated and anxious locals the Premier has been talking to, the questions have been largely the same. They are all about when can they get back into their properties, when can they find out the extent of the damage.
My animals, they're everything to me.
Terry Weston and his much-loved Joey, Baby, escaped from the Deepwater fire zone 5 days ago.
I can only be positive and think of the best. Otherwise, I'd be beside myself.
The former rural firefighter is desperate for news about his property and livestock.
If we don't get some answers today, I am going to go home. I'm not going to see all my animals dying because there's nobody there to look after them.
Authorities are adamant it's still too soon.
It's simply not safe to go back there, but as soon as it is, we promise to come directly to the residents first and let them know.
Well, across fire-affected towns, residents whose homes and businesses have been saved are now going back. They're giving back as well. We're seeing an outpouring of support and gratitude for the men and women who are still battling to protect communities.
A treasured country pub that survived the fire is now the region's staging point. Weary warriors come and go, its owner and staff fueling them for the fight.
Really grateful for these guys. They've risked their lives to save this hotel, and if by us just feeding them for a couple of days is our way of giving back and saying thank you, it's the least that we could do.
So is the Stanwell store.
That's what little shops in little towns do.
Lee McDonald's hosting a thank you barbecue next weekend.
Hell of a job by everyday individuals standing up to be extraordinary.
Farmers, private contractors and volunteer fireys giving up their paid day jobs.
Well, I'm a painter, interior decorator. I do it because I'm a bushie. I love the bush and I try and help my fellow bushy mates out.
Yesterday, Roland and his teams saved 3 homes from this blaze at Paradise Lagoons. In unbearable heat and unpredictable conditions, today they were back to finish the job.
Roughly a kilometre off the pipeline.
This is what crews are still dealing with. They're worried this burning tree could fall. If that coincides with strong winds, the fire could be unstoppable. So they're putting in a brake to prevent that from happening. Some are teenagers who did their training at school.
A lot of stuff to memorise, and even I've forgotten.
Susan just turned 17.
Now that I'm out here, I know it's really serious, and yeah, I just like helping other people, I guess.
And the help will continue as long as it's needed.
All the boys on the ground are completely worn out and buggered. They've done an excellent job.
Thanks for that, Sarah. Now to a developing situation, and evacuations are currently underway in the Pioneer Valley as fire races towards the small town of Youngalla. Marlena Wapp reports from where residents are being chopped out.
Yes, we have an escalating emergency here in the Pioneer Valley region where the township of Youngalla is under threat. A rescue helicopter has just touched down at the Finch Hatton Showgrounds. On board 3 boys and a man. They've been chopped out from Youngalla where the fire intensified this afternoon. Crews are still on the ground battling this blaze, but it's difficult conditions in rough terrain. The rainforest has a lot of fuel with a lot of dry and damaged timber after Cyclone Debbie 18 months ago. Now the RACQ CQ helicopter will be rescuing a number of people from Youngalla. We understand they'll do at least 3 trips and bring more women and children to Finch Hatton, which seems to be the safest place at the moment. Now this has been the Pioneer Valley's worst bushfire in more than 60 years. So far the fire is burning across 50 square kilometres. The rescues, we understand, will be taking place throughout the night, and the people who are rescued from Youngalla will be staying in an evacuation centre which has been set up at the Finch Hatton Showgrounds.
Marlena Wapp with that report. Now to Simon Love on North Stradbroke. Simon, what's the latest on that fire just off Brisbane?
Well, Max, this is the blaze of most concern to firefighters here in the southeast, and it's not because it's burning in scrub on Stratty, but also very close to power lines, threatening a possibility of an entire blackout on the island. One exhausted firefighter just coming up to us here at Point Lookout, describing it as a relentless battle in bushland. The big guns called in. 3 Energex generators arrive at Dunwich to keep the island running if a fire takes out power lines.
That's what we need, that's what we want, backup.
As strong sea breezes cool off holiday makers, firefighters on the ground and in the air battle bush and heat. This afternoon there was a community meeting in Dunwich where some were angry.
Proactive, reactive? Why don't you do some backburning? I can't answer the deeper questions.
We'll be back here in 3 years' time doing it again, won't we?
Locals told the fire could threaten the island's vital electricity, but not lives or homes.
We don't expect like a very long interruption if we do get damage to those lines. I hope the containment lines work for you.
In 2014, a single broken pole in a bushfire knocked out North Stradbroke Island's entire power network. But now this fire is edging closer to vital overhead lines. Smoke from the blaze reaching suburbs on the Bayside, but it's being caught up in another cloud of haze which blanketed the southeast as the mercury climbs yet again, with Ipswich now forecast to reach 41 on Sunday. It's not just Stratty locals that are thinking about the fire, but tourists and holiday makers too. As they try to cool off for school holidays, they're being urged to remain vigilant. You don't need power to keep the beer fridge cool.
No, I'm all natural. Got the Eskies with the ice.
Simon Love, 7 News.
To other news now, and police are investigating a funeral transport company after a baby's body was accidentally left on the roof of a vehicle and fell off on a busy Sunshine Coast road. Ben Murphy, where was the baby being transferred?
Well, right here to the John Tong Centre, Sharon, which conducts autopsies. Richard Bertrand had been transporting the infant from Rockhampton on Wednesday night. While on the Sunshine Coast, vehicles were switched over and the baby was placed on the roof. And the child fell onto the roadside not long after he drove off before being found a few hours later in Thursday morning by road workers. Mr Bertrand runs Queensland Funeral Transfers. He lives in Gracemere, which was the same town evacuated due to fire the very same day that this mistake happened. Now, in a statement, he says, "I'm totally embarrassed by the whole situation. It has knocked me around. Of course it has. My thoughts go to the family." Queensland Health has suspended his contract. It isn't likely that charges will be laid.
Paul Burt has the weather soon. In sport, will he stay or will he go? The latest on the Wayne Bennett saga. And we take you inside Jeff Horn's camp ahead of tonight's clash with Anthony Mundine.
What dangerous secrets will Border uncover?
You're asking a lot of questions.
Can you guess what they're hiding? Border Security International, next on 2.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Have you ever seen a house with this many issues?
Did the dog choose the colours? This isn't right.
See Andrew and his team transform these eyesores into easy living bliss.
The transformation is stunning.
Selling Houses Australia, tonight on 2.
If you ever suffer from pain anywhere in your body, keep watching. No over-the-counter pills, no messy creams, no expensive therapy treatments, just relief from pain. Introducing Pain Eraser, the incredible innovation in drug-free pain relief that's fast, affordable, convenient and extraordinarily effective. It works where you need it and when you need it. The secret is the science of electroanalgesia, which utilises your body's own natural pain response system to relieve the effects of pain. Pain Eraser naturally stimulates your body's endorphins, nature's own painkillers, providing real pain relief where you need it most. Just place the Pain Eraser directly on the area where you need relief and press the button. You just click and it does the trick.
Oh, it was so simple and easy to use.
It's nice and simple. You do the short, sharp bursts. I can keep it in my bag, in the car, and I can just use it whenever I need it.
Researchers worldwide are all talking about the all-natural pain relief that delivers anywhere and anytime. At home, in the gym, in the car, or at work. Wherever you travel and whenever you need it, drug-free pain relief. No recharging, no batteries to replace, and it's right there as often as you need it. Pain Eraser may eliminate the expense of over-the-counter medications with long waiting times and unwanted side effects. Pain Eraser can work for acute or chronic pain, such as muscle tension, nerve pain, neck soreness, foot discomfort, lower back pain, muscle cramps, knee pain, shoulder tension, and nearly every stress and strain. Best of all, every Pain Eraser provides all-natural pain relief for up to 10 years. This could be the drug-free pain relief you've been looking for, or your money back. Just click and it does the trick.
I woke up this morning, I felt refreshed, I felt ready to start my new day.
If I go fishing, I can stay fishing all day.
And nothing is stopping me. I can do everything I used to do before, plus some.
It's just so easy to use. I can now easily complete my weight training.
Life is great.
How much would you expect to pay for natural drug-free pain relief that's always available when pain and discomfort strikes? Don't answer, because here today we've worked out a very special offer for the viewers. Call now to try this incredible pain relief product for a full 30 days, risk-free for just $9.99. But wait, order now and you can discover the power of drug-free pain relief and how it can work for you. This amazing exclusive in-depth guide for natural pain relief is valued at nearly $50, but it's yours today absolutely free. But this offer gets even better. Call now and we'll also give you a second Pain Eraser absolutely free. That's buy one, get one free. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's one for home and one while you're out and about, so you can always be pain free. So call now on 1800 009 900. That's 1800 009 900 and get drug-free pain relief now.
Wake up. The doctor will see you now.
Morning, Doc.
Go away. The delightful Doc Martin, Monday on 2.
What was billed as an historic day at the Broncos fizzled into a farce. It was expected Wayne Bennett's tenure at Brisbane would end after Bunnies-Broncos negotiations until he rejected South's proposal to join them immediately.
Players arrived at Red Hill unaware of the drama to come and certainly not dressed for the media attention.
No comment from me, brother.
I don't know what's coming. I never have. They're above me, so
pay grade above me.
Bennett called his team to an 11 a.m. meeting. Media, fans, even club greats like Chris Johns expecting a farewell. Seabold in the dark at Redfern, wondering who he'll be coaching next week.
I don't know if there's a deal done, mate. That's where everyone's waiting for Wayne, aren't they, I think?
The coach finally fronting, but even then a false start for last-minute PR advice. His message typically blunt.
Nothing's changed today. I've informed the players and the staff and the CEO and the chairman that I'm staying, and I'll honour my 2019 contract, which was always my plan.
So you're not going anywhere?
Well, does that sound like I was going somewhere?
No.
That's good.
Souths were this morning convinced Bennett was theirs. Between 8 a.m. and 11:30 a.m, something changed.
I put a deadline on myself to make sure that today was brought to a head.
But Wayne's relationship with his club's officials is at an all-time low and may not recover.
I was left to carry a lot of things I thought I shouldn't have carried last year. So anyway, that's behind us. We're all moving on.
This jersey has been tarnished by the circus of the past fortnight and it's not over yet. News Corp, owner of the Broncos, could still decide to sack Wayne Bennett this weekend.
I don't know. We'll have to ask them. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's always a possibility having that type of game.
A game Bennett knows how to play better than anyone.
It is over.
We all hope so. Chris Gary, 7 News.
The trash talk, the sideshow, the antics are done. Now it's time for Jeff Horn to put it all on the line against Anthony Mundine tonight. How will the Hornets sting the man? Matt Carmichael's ringside at Suncorp with Jeff's right-hand man.
Oh, Benny, very grateful to be here with Glenn Rushton. Glenn, what's the key for Jeff tonight? How's he feeling and how does he get this done?
Well, he's feeling really good. He's been eating well and training hard, so he's feeling great. And what I want him to do is to manage the risk well. This is a big, strong middleweight who can really punch. And he's only been, remember, stopped 3 times after 56 fights, so he's tough. So we've just got to be patient and try and break him down if we can from range. That'll be the plan, to try and break him down and look for opportunities to finish him. And I'm hoping we can finish him in the last half of the fight.
We've heard the insults and the antics from Anthony. You were up close yesterday. That shove to the face, does that just fire Jeff up even more? Does it bother him at all?
No, it didn't bother him, just very calm and cool. As Jeff said, he's just grumpy because he hasn't been able to eat. So he's been living on lettuce and tomato for a while, whereas Jeff has been having buffets. So no, certainly he understands, he's fired up. You could see he was edgy even at the press conference. He was just real toey, and I suppose he eventually just erupted, but we're all good.
It's a pivotal night for Jeff tonight, isn't it, to really relaunch his career and get back to that world title level?
It really is. He's got to come back tonight and show his back, both physically and mentally. So tonight I want to see the real Jeff Horn out there and moving really well and hitting really crisp and hard and hitting him from long range and sniping the way he does so well.
Well, Glenn, we know you think you'll end the career of Anthony Mundine tonight. That's a big tick on the resume. When and how?
I think we'll end it in the last half of the fight. If I had to give a prediction, I'd say between round 7 and 10 is where we'd like to see if we can put him away.
Glenn, thank you very much for your time, Benny. We can't wait for this one to get going.
We cannot indeed, Matty. Thank you. Look, it's been a shootout between the headline acts during day 2 of the Australian PGA on the Gold Coast. Well, a late mistake cost overnight leader Jake McLeod. Brisbane's Cameron Smith tore up Royal Pines with 8 birdies. Mark Leishman stalking him after an up-and-down day. The par 3 16th is the party hole at Royal Pines, and it took an Englishman known as Beef to get it started.
He's holding. As I was chipping it, they were playing loads of hip-hop there, and I said to Will, it's like going around in a buggy in America with my speaker. It was kind of relaxing for me, and that hit the chip went in, and everyone just went mad. It was wicked.
An American former winner here, who's best mates with Michael Jordan, kept in touch with the leaders.
Harold Varner dunking it on number 8.
While the recovery of the day belonged to a Spaniard.
Yeah, only a little window here. Looks pretty good. Oh, excellent shot.
But the second round belonged to the locals. Order of Merit leader Jake McLeod said, "Catch me if you can."
He is the hottest player in Australian golf. He's 36 under par for his last 9 rounds.
Until a stumble on 17 saw him slip back to second, 8 under, alongside Mark Leishman.
You wouldn't count this out.
What a start for Mark Leishman.
6 birdies but 2 bogeys. The world number 21 did everything not to be a front runner. That honour is Cameron Smith's.
They can hear the footsteps.
The defending champs short game sizzled 7 under for the day, 1 shy of the course record.
Exhibit A.
India has suffered a huge setback 6 days out from the first test at the Adelaide Oval. Prithvi Shaw, the 19-year-old prodigy who scored a debut century against the Windies last month, is out of the series opener. Shaw injured his ankle while trying to take a catch on the boundary in the tourist warm-up game at the SCG. And excitement is building for the Women's Big Bash, which gets underway tomorrow.
Yeah, look, all the teams have got some stars in it. I think it's going to be very even. And you've got some young stars coming through, Sophie Molyneux and Georgia Wareham, who started in the World Cup. So I think it's going to be really exciting.
The season begins with a double header in Melbourne tomorrow. Both games live and free over on 7 Mate from 9:30 tomorrow morning, Sharon. So it is going to be a big weekend too, of course, on the screens of 7. Remember, moving day, day 3 of the PGA on the main channel from 11 a.m.
You are going to be kept busy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you, Ben. A monster marlin caught off Hervey Bay has come close to breaking the world record. The fish weighed a whopping 649 kilograms. The biggest marlin on record was just 45 kilos heavier. The Queen's second son, Prince Andrew, has been bowled over by Brisbane entrepreneurs during his Queensland visit. In the finals of his Pitch at Palace event, the Duke of York spoke to budding businessmen and women and to 7 News about all things royal.
Here for business.
Just go out there and enjoy it.
Happy to talk pleasure. Prince Andrew, just like any other proud dad, gushing about the wedding of Eugenie, his youngest daughter.
It was one of the proudest days of my life. It was absolutely fantastic.
Keeping it in the family, Jane Ferguson, his former sister-in-law, accompanying him to the Australian Pitch at Palace finals, a program that links tycoons and investors with early-stage entrepreneurs.
Something will go up. I know exactly who I should introduce them to.
Gold Coast surfer Nev Heyman won the global competition last year.
Without boasting, I've met presidents and billionaires and trillionaires.
Gold Coaster Clinton Schultz is one of the top finalists this round. His product, craft non-alcoholic beers infused with bush tucker.
I got really frustrated with not being able to get decent tasting, non-alcoholic adult beverage.
The program's been running since 2014. Since then, it's grown to 57 different countries. Tomorrow, His Royal Highness leaves Australia for the next instalment in Vietnam. And why did the Duke start it?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
It's his passion project, helping commoners pave a royal road to success. Georgie Chumley, 7 News.
There is just one sleep until summer is here. The big warehouse deals to keep your home cool and the multi-million-dollar discount sale.
And that'll come in handy for this Sunday as a heat wave is embarking on the southeast. All the details after the break.
If you're doing something dodgy at the border, all eyes are going to be on you and your past.
I'm done with my old past life.
But what happens when border really hit a nerve?
I don't know what to do.
They'll try anything to get out of trouble. Can you guess what they're hiding? Border Security International, next on 7/2.
Loud and proud. Big or small, these vets will help them through it all. New The Yorkshire Vet, Saturday on 2.
That's why I pick Woolies for Christmas.
Head into Rivers for 40% off full-price clothing and footwear. This season's hottest styles at unbeatable prices. Get your summer sorted with 40% off full-price clothing and footwear. Hurry for a limited time only.
We've no idea what killed Roach. We're having trouble smelling any chemicals, Louis.
How can that be? Unless...
Mortein Nature Guard Automatic Odorless with 98% natural ingredients offers odorless protection, so you only smell the things you like. Also try Mortein Nature Guard Automatic in Eucalyptus.
More smart, more safe, Mortein.
Movember at Still. Get the ultimate battery lawnmower. German engineered, easy to start, reduce noise and no exhaust emissions. Still battery mowers, now starting from only $4.99. And to tidy those edges, get the ultimate Stihl petrol grass trimmer for only $1.79 with a free cap and 15-metre line pack. Grow and mow for men's health this Movember. Only at your local Stihl store. Proudly supporting Movember.
Lorraine, where's this from?
Hello, Amy. There's been a few thefts in the area, so we'd like to take out insurance for renters.
Amy's fire and theft contents insurance covers up to $25,000.
Shame, Lorraine.
That's not very insurancy.
I was at a party and two blokes started fighting. The guy tried to hit another guy with the glass and got me straight in the eye. The doctors kept giving me operations, and I just said, get my eye out. I want to get back in the water.
Ash's story is extremely inspiring.
This is the first dish of the competition. Is this better than the entree in your eyes?
In my how many eyes? So they call me the friendly pirate.
And he's setting sail for MKR. Coming to 7.
Today's main stories now, and helicopter evacuations are currently underway in the Pioneer Valley as fire races towards the small town of Youngalla. Residents in the surrounding suburbs of Broken River, Finch Hatton and Dalrymple Heights have been told it's too late to leave. A funeral transport company is under investigation after a baby's body was left on the roof of a vehicle before falling off onto the road. And 30,000 people are pouring into Suncorp Stadium tonight to watch the Hornet go toe-to-toe with Anthony Mundine. The warm few weeks have seen a hotting up in the sale of air conditioners. With no reprieve in sight, sellers are run off their feet.
Step outside from an air-conditioned home or office and it doesn't take long to work up a sweat. Launton air conditioning wholesaler Tony Peeling has been working up a sweat, keeping up with demand.
We have been absolutely flat out.
And his industry is busy stocking up.
We're forecasting for it to be even hotter into the new year, so we've allowed for that and brought more in.
Today it rose early to a top of 29. Tomorrow it will keep climbing and then 35 on Sunday. Out west at Ipswich, up to 41. Thousands will brave the heat and trek through rows and rows of stock at Brisbane's biggest furniture sale at the Warehouse Furniture Clearance at Zilmere.
We do end-of-line and deleted ranges from the biggest and the best retailers in Australia.
High quality stock selling for a fraction of the retail price. It's pretty warm in here. This warehouse will rise to over 40 degrees over the weekend. There is $6 million worth of furniture. All of it will be sold by Sunday night.
There will be about 40 staff in there to load up the stock, so you can purchase it and have it in your home that same day.
The Furniture Warehouse holds a sale of discounted or superseded furniture just a few times a year. Whether buying furniture or an air conditioner, staying cool will be the challenge over a hot weekend. Steve Titmus, 7 News.
Well, Paul Burt knows how to keep his cool, and that'll come in handy this weekend, Bertie.
Oh, absolutely there, Sharon. In fact, here at Cleveland Point, absolutely sunny. Great family spot there, sitting back enjoying that sea breeze kicker coming in off the bay. Water temp on the bay is around 20 degrees, 21, so it's nice and cool as that wind rolls in off it, but that will change by the end of the weekend. Today's temperatures top at 30 degrees in the city, 35 for Ipswich, 26 on the Gold Coast. Had a few showers down there around lunchtime and a little warmer up on the Sunshine Coast. Charts now shows that low pushing off the southern parts of the country, taking all that horrendous weather with it. We've got a high pressure system moving over our neck of the woods. Clearly with that is going to stabilise the weather tomorrow morning. We'll see mostly sunny skies for the next 3 days, but with that, as it moves out into the Coral Sea, we will see a return of northerly winds, and that pocket of hot air sitting in the far north, it's coming to us, and that'll happen on Sunday. Take a look around the nation now. We'll have mostly clear skies down the eastern seaboard, top of 29 for Canberra, 17 to 25 for Sydney, 10 to 31 for Melbourne. Back to the tropics now, a high of 35 and 36 degrees, 43 for Mount Isa. Further south, as we look down the line now, particularly around Bundaberg, getting up to around 33 degrees, 37 Rockhampton, about 4 degrees cooler around Yeppoon, 37 for Roma on the range at Toowoomba, 17 to 31. Very, very dry. As we take a look across the southeast, mostly sunny conditions, getting up to 34 degrees for Beerburrum, 36 for Ipswich, 21 to 30 Bayside, 19 to 31 Gold Coast, Similar conditions up there on the Sunshine Coast. On the water, north-northeasterly winds 15 knots. In the city, 20 to 32, and mostly sunny. UV index is extreme. Please lather up the sun cream ahead. Hot and 35 Sunday, 32 and sunny on Monday. Cooling down as we're heading towards Wednesday, 27. Similar for Ipswich, 41 on Sunday, 36 on Monday, 34 Tuesday. It's hot. 33 on Sunday for the Gold Coast, 31 on Monday. Sunshine Coast, 35 degrees on Sunday, 33 Monday, 30 on Tuesday. Let's take a look at the waterways if you're stepping outside tomorrow. On the surfing scene, it wasn't too bad early this morning. Some nice little sets coming through on the Morning Glow Tide. Burleigh early, fired up, a fair crew out there. A little bit dirty and close, but I'll tell you what, it did start to see some nice waves. It certainly did have a slight increase overnight. The swell is real south, so the further you go north onto those southern-facing beaches around Point Lookout will be worthwhile. And of course, with northerlies forecast for the next few days, it's going to rip apart what we have at the moment. Get out there nice and early. Boating conditions very similar. Early better, later in the day not the best. There's been some nice catches of snapper out off Murphy's. Have a look at that number. The crew also getting some beautiful coronation trout from the banks and inner nearings. Parrot also taken out wide, and Moreton, some beautiful Spanish mackerel. And if you're hitting the bay, try for whiting west of Moreton.
Thanks, Bertie. And have a look at this. This melted piece of metal is all that's left of the Tonkins family's mower, would you believe? Such was the intensity of the heat. Well, in better news, the situation's improved here at the caves tonight, but helicopter evacuations continue from Youngalla west of Mackay. Another tense night ahead, Sharon.
You've got a feel for them all. All right, thank you for that, Max. And that is all we have time for this Friday. Thanks for your company. We'll have updates throughout the evening. From all the team, have a great weekend.
It's our Aussies against the world's number one.
Get behind our Aussies. Thursday on 7.